just tell you this. I've been to this West Bloomfield neighborhood, 14 Mile and Orchard Lake area, 3 different times today. And I'll tell you, every time I've been here, there's just a feeling when you talk to the neighbors about how sad this situation is. 3 young kids dead because of a house fire. 16-year-old girl, and then boys 15 and 12 years old. But the questions remain. Now, first of all, how did this fire even start? That's being investigated. Why couldn't these kids get out of the home? And the other question, where were the parents? They were not home when the fire started. Take a look at some of the people we talked to today. It's not that common that crime scene tape and a marked police car sit outside a home after a fire. But this is no ordinary fire. 8 p.m. Sunday night, West Bloomfield Fire respond to a fire on Pembury Lane. And in the end, 3 kids died.
I didn't hear anyone trying to get out. I didn't hear any commotion. I'm very confused why you didn't hear that or whatever.
We're looking at everything, taking everything into account.
West Bloomfield Fire Marshal Byron Turnquist now has the job of finding out not only how the fire started, but do you know why the kids couldn't get out?
Nope. Again, we're evaluating all of that, looking into everything, and again, going slow.
And the big question, where were the parents?
I'm not sure at this time. So I know
That's a problem, isn't it?
No, the police department has interviewed the parents, and I just don't have the results of the interview. So I'm not sure where they were at the time of the fire.
One thing the fire marshal wants to emphasize is that this house had no working smoke detectors. Do you think if this house had working smoke alarms, those 3 kids would be alive today?
It could have helped.
Yeah, that's the story today. Check your smoke detectors. Make sure you have them on every floor. Make sure that if they're old, that you replace them. 10 years is about the useful life of a smoke detector, and that may very well have saved them. But again, there's still a lot of questions. Now, we're not releasing the names of the children. We know that 2 of them went to the Farmington School District. 1, we believe, is in the West Bloomfield High School. There will be some grief counselors, we understand, at least at the West Bloomfield High School, because it's just a tragic situation here, no matter how you slice it. Now, I want to emphasize that despite the fact that there's crime scene tape and a police car from West Bloomfield in front of the house, I was told by the chief that this is protocol when there's still so many questions to be answered. Not saying it's a crime, but they are taking precautions. They do want to preserve this at home because they still have a lot of work to do. And they also told us that when they complete their investigation, they will let us know the results because, again, it's such a tragedy, and we want to make sure, and the police want to make sure, and the fire marshal wants to make sure that they get everything right. I am live in West Bloomfield. Taryn, I'll send it back to you.
Well, Charlie, we understand, though, that we're not naming the children, but 12, 15, 16 years old enough to stay home alone. If they had to look into this, could it be considered some sort of a neglect situation or something that the parents could be blamed because there were no working smoke detectors? I mean, all of this is so sad, though.
Well, that'd be an interesting case. It was just the smoke detectors. I'm not sure. Listen, people may be saying 16, 15, 12-year-old even. They're old enough to be left alone. But we understand the fire was confined to the first floor. Maybe one of the kids may have called 911. We're hearing that as well. Mm-hmm. Again, we're going to wait for the report to come in, but why couldn't they get out? I think that's the biggest question. And let's just take a pause on this one. I think there's more to the story, which will be coming up later on tonight in other newscasts. And of course, when we get official information, we will bring it right to you.
Yes, because
Karen?
It's unclear right now if they succumbed to the smoke. They even tried to get out. So there's a lot of questions yet to be answered on this. Thanks, Charlie.